What's up, everybody? I'm back with another roller coaster review, and today we're back on the Hersheypark grind, and I am reviewing Lightning Racer, Dueling GCI wooden coaster released in 2000, and is still operating today, obviously. Now this coaster actually counts for 2 credits. Both sides are their own credit. But I wrote them, and I got both of them, but I'm doing them just as one review. Not going to do multiple reviews for each side. So it's gonna be kind of a joint review in that sense. But like I said, 2 credits, one review. So let's get down right into it. I got a lot of notes about this one. Let's get down to it. First off, this coaster's location is in a really weird area. You have to you go the main park, and then you get to the back, and it's like water rides, water slides, water park stuff, yay! And then boom, there's Lightning Racer. A lot of people say you had to walk through the water park to get to this ride, though you don't. You can go around the water park to get to. You be going next to it, but you don't go through it at all to get to the coaster. But so you get to the back. Now let's talk about the. I got a lot. I didn't have like super high expectations about this ride going into it. I wasn't like, I thought it was gonna be okay, but I didn't think it was gonna be like the greatest thing out there. But I had moderate expectations, and I think I was pretty let down. I'll be honest to start off. But the one thing I think that this coaster has going forward is it has a really good layout, a really well thought out layout. Both sides do. They have there's lots of great moments for airtime, a long ride experience, just a lot of bank turns. It carries good speed, and it's really disappointing that the layout can't really be enjoyed because this ride is rough as hell. Okay. It is so rough, and you can't enjoy it for shit. This was by far the roughest coaster in the park, and it was not even close. Because it's just you're so focused on the fact that you are like getting thrown around, like you're getting thrown around like these airtime moments, and it like hurts because the ride is so rough, and you're bumping into the person you're sitting next to, and so that and that really sucks. Like I said, because it'd be cool to enjoy it. And then it's a racing coaster, so you would expect the coaster to race. I've rode Gemini, I've rode the Racer, I've rode some other dueling s coasters. I know how they work. They're supposed to duel, right? But this ride really doesn't duel. You duel going up. You exit the station. There's different lift sections for each coaster. They don't interact there at all. The lift hill, you think you could interact on the lift hill, but the lift hills are different lengths for the coasters, and they're like start and end in different places, and there's a big barrier, so you can barely even see the car going up next to you. And then there's a couple of moments during the ride where they interact, like one goes underneath the other. Maybe you go next to them for a little bit, but it never consistently races. Which just sucks because I've ridden Gemini a lot at Cedar Point. That ride does a great job at the dueling aspect of it. You race the entire time, and it sucks because this ride would be really, really cool to duel with. Now maybe they wouldn't be able to do as much of the like airtime and bank turns esque with the good speed, but it's a racing coaster and you don't race. Does it really? Can't. It's kind of you can't live up to the name, like seriously. So that was pretty annoying. I do like at the end though, they do touch on the racing stuff at the end because there's a light that says, like, a light goes off for whatever train reaches the station first, and so who wins the race. But at the end of still, it didn't really make up for it. It just would have been nice to have a little bit more of that, yeah, and I guess at the end of the day, the restraints for this one are also really, really weird. you sink pretty far down into the seat for this one, and the restraints have to go so far down. Almost didn't make it in this one, but we got it to work. Yay, we did. But anyway, my final thoughts. This ride could really use a retracking. A lot of people thought this was going to be the ride to get the RMC treatment and not Wildcat. So I don't think they're going to RMC this one, even if they wait a few more years or whatever. It just seems kind of redundant to have two RMCs in the same park, even though I think this would make a great RMC layout. Twisted Colossus of the East thing. But really, it doesn't even need the RMC treatment. A good retracking would do wonders for this ride. A smooth ride experience would bump my thoughts up about this tremendously. I still would have the same thoughts about the racing aspect of it, but as far as my overall ride experience with like the roughness and dealing with the airtime and stuff would be so much better, because this does really have a lot of potential as a ride, and if it just got taken care of, it could be a premier ride in the park again. But as it currently stands, it's not. My final score for Lightning Racer is probably a 6 out of 10. I didn't enjoy it. I got my ride, and I got my credits, and I left. And that's really all. It hurt to ride this one for sure. So, but I know it's probably seen better days, and maybe we'll see some better ones down the road too. So that's going to do it for this review. If you've ever ridden Lightning Racer, I'd like to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more coaster reviews and other awesome stuff. I have just one more Hersheypark review, coaster review coming out. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for other much more amazing content. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.